Good morning, everyone. Jefferson Fossey here with Walsh Trading. It is Thursday, October 30th. It is 7:45 here in the morning. Grain markets just paused here from the overnight session. Lots of stuff moving around here the last day or so. Let's take a look and see what the markets did here yesterday, what's happened here overnight, what may happen here later on today. Please keep in mind futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk, certainly not suitable for all investors, traders, or producers. Looking at the starting off with the fat cattle, December live cattle here, 432 higher yesterday. 230.90 is where we finished, bouncing up above that 100-day moving average here. That's giving us support here, 228.58. I'm wondering if this is going to be kind of a repeat of what we saw here in April, where the market got really heavy for a few days, turned over to the bearish side, found support from the 100-day average, and then rallied subsequently, of course, to new highs and everything that's happened since then. Don't know that yet, but we'll have to stay tuned to find out. But let's see if that 100-day moving average holds. Stochastic's hooking back higher. MACD is still weak, but it did tick up a little bit here yesterday. Volume was down just a touch. Market's trying to find support here. Now, the December doesn't have any gaps on the chart, but the February contract still has 3. They're going to offer some overhead resistance. And, well, look for February to find that here against what was that Friday's low here of last week, 233.42. Also closed above that, or right at, the 100-day average. Very similar play here in February that we saw, just like in December, holding that support. See if it holds here again. Market did reverse back up, and we'll see what we get. Looking over here, January feeder cattle, 915 higher here yesterday, right back to that 100-day moving average. That's 333.41-ish. We closed 334.02. So we're up above that here by just a little bit, holding also above that 38% retracement here, the Fibonacci levels that I put here on the chart, and that's from the lows that we had here back in February, up to the highs that we had here just a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago almost now. Market's been weak here ever since, trying to bounce back up, filled in one gap here on the January feeders, still have 3 more to fill to the upside. Holding support. This market has been very, very volatile here as of late. The huge volume that we saw here on Tuesday's trade, that's some 34,000 contracts traded, roughly 3 times your average daily volume. Yesterday was pretty high here as well, 18,500 contracts traded in the January. Nice little recovery here for both the cattle markets. I would have liked it much better if we would have finished the day up towards the highs. But maybe the downward momentum has stopped for the moment, perhaps, or maybe this was just a pause here before they rip things lower. I don't know. I'm a little bit more bullish than that fundamentally. Hog market was a nickel lower here yesterday, 80.77 here in the December contract, holding right along that 200-day moving average for 2 days now. That's at 80.67, closed at 80.77. 5-10-day moving averages are still bearish. Both of those 5-10-day have been giving resistance, good sell points here for about the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks. Market's running out of momentum. It's very oversold here. 5 and 6 or so is where you got the stochastic readings. MACD is weak, but you haven't had much directional push beyond yesterday's lows or beyond Monday's lows either. Maybe we're going to find support right here, but kind of a key level here for the market. If we don't see it here, then expect to drop back to about 78 or so. Maybe check the highs that we had here in mid-February. Corn market's up 0.5 cent here overnight is where it finished. Big trading range here. Got as low here as 428.25. Finished the overnight here 434.5. Yesterday gained a couple of cents, 2 cents higher here at 434 is where we closed. 5-day moving average has held as support overnight. That number was 430.5, same place it is right now. Market is hooking up here a little bit. You do have 200-day moving average giving some resistance here right at 437. Market looks strong. Looks like it wants to trade up to about that 447 trend line, perhaps even nice big fat round number of 450. Grain markets are getting a little bit of a bullish boost, especially the soybean market here. Trump had a meeting with the President Xi of China here last night, however you want to look at that. Pretty bullish reaction here in the market. Allegedly, there's going to be some more soybean purchases here coming from China. pretty light on details here just yet, but the market was way lower here overnight. Got down to 1070.5 after closing at what, 1094.25 or and a half here yesterday. So we dropped what, 25 cents here from the close here overnight. Now we're up 15 here in the when the night session finished. Breaking out to the upside here in soybeans. We finished right here. This is the highest close that we've had since September of last year. I think this is relatively bullish. Don't necessarily like this big gap that they left here on Monday, but the breakout of the trading range is supportive if we get a close up above that September high, which was 11.14 3/4. We get a close up there. I think this market has a good chance, 11.50, perhaps even $12. You know, I remember how folks get so excited about the soybean market from time to time. Soy meal continues to zoom higher. Yesterday it added $2.20 here in the overnight session. Today we're up almost $7, $6.90 higher at 315.60, clearing above all those highs. We haven't traded up here at this price level here since March 19th. This is very bullish hook higher here for soy meal. It's very, very overbought. Stochastics here at 95 and 94 respectively. Certainly due for a pullback. We might see that here today, maybe tomorrow, perhaps. But the news is bullish here for soy meal. The seasonal tendency is for soy meal to outstrip the beans and the bean oil, and that's exactly what we're seeing here this year. Soybean oil's 27 lower this morning, 49.89. Going down to test that 200-day moving average. That's 49.44. The overnight low is 49.37. Closed a dime lower here yesterday. Not a huge trading day, not a huge range for it. Really no momentum for it here yesterday. Keep finding that 200-day moving average support. Kind of broke out of that trading range support that we've been having here for about a month and a half here over the past couple of days. They come right back above it. Market turns a little bit bullish, but when soy meal is rallying, bean oil does tend to fall back a little bit. Looking over toward the wheat market, Chicago wheat's down 4 cents here this morning. Did get up to 535.5 here in the overnight session. Yesterday closed up about 3.25 cents, holding 5-day moving average support here today. We've got the 100-day hanging right over the market here at 537. Technically, this market has been in a downtrend for, well, a long time. I mean, this scrolls back to, when the contract started here in 23, we've been working our way, and we had that big spike high here in the middle of, in the spring of May 24 here, but ever since then the market's been trending down. It's going to be a tough ask to get this market up over that 100-day moving average. That's why I think we kind of traded back here a little bit. I think the market's trying to turn itself around. Same thing with KC wheat, getting real close to its 100-day average, but the 5-day is holding so far. Overnight session, we're down about 5 3/4. Do have lower lows, lower highs here today, but we're very close to that 100-day resistance here at 528 here in KC wheat. The only other market that I've got a new signal in here today is the natural gas. Christmas nat gas here, it's up about 6 cents here this morning. Market has been trending lower here for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That's why the short-term average is 5 and 10-day made that bearish cross here today. Almost filled that gap with the yesterday's trade. The high end of it here is 374.80. Yesterday's low was 375.20, so we got within 40 ticks or so of filling the gap. Couldn't quite do it. Now we got a bullish reversal, bullish engulfment here in nat gas, pushing back higher. Short-term averages flipped over to the sell side. I may not want to take that particular short sell signal because we are down here on relatively low levels. I'd be surprised to see it dip a whole lot lower than this, especially with winter coming here right around the corner. Real quick, I've got time to touch on just another couple of markets here. Bond markets following the Fed lowering rates yesterday afternoon here by 1/4 point. Bond market got a bearish reaction, dropped 27 here yesterday. It's down another 25 here today. Buy the rumor, sell the fact. Based on Powell's comments here yesterday afternoon, they may not lower rates here again in December. Had an equilibrium day here on Tuesday. Short-term averages flipped to the sell side here yesterday. The market continues to go lower there here today. That's what I got time for, folks. I do appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, comments, remember to like, share, and yeah, let me know how I can help. Talk to you later.